Rover, we touched on that earlier on, 7.1, 7.2 I think that achieved. You could argue that was worth more money. Should have done more money, should have done more. You could not wear that out. Mechanically, you will not wear that car out. Right then guys, we're just going to have a real quick look round at the buys, the best buys, the interesting buys, following the November auction really. And we're going to start with a little Morris van. There she is, look, little van. We supplied it years and years ago to Dave, he's the current owner, or was. And we've had it in a couple of auctions. It's been in his collection, not used much. It arrived over to us with no brakes, no foot brake. Sticker there that wants to be on display somewhere, doesn't it? There, look like that, no brakes. So it's got a little bit of handbrake. It's got a rubber seal gone, that's all, and lost its fluid. The little van's a little sweetie. I think it did about 5.8 if memory serves, £5,800. It's not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money. You know, it wasn't that long ago and they were doing 10, 12,000 quid. Yeah, 5,800. In my mind, that was the buy of the sale. The buy of the sale. Lovely little van. Again, little Rover, we touched on that earlier on, 7.1, 7.2 I think that achieved. And again, you could argue that was worth more money. That was worth more money. Look at it, beautiful, innit? And its younger brother, SD1 there, that did 5.8. Again, I don't think that was a silly buy really. You know, it's good condition. No, it's not perfect, it's not pristine. It's manual, only a baby one, it's only a little one. But again, good value really. You know, very, very usable car that. I missed mine a little bit. Pull on the showground with that. Normally you're the only one, there may be one other, SD1. You don't see them, you know. So really, you know, you don't have to spend loads of money to have a very scarce car and a different car, you know. 5.8, good value, good value. Fun?
Very good.
Yeah. So I think that makes a lot of sense. That one there. And as I say, you know, they are super user-friendly. They are, loads of room in them, and they're long-legged. They cruise on nice. BM Estate was another one. That was good value. That came in with about a 7,000 or 8,000 reserve, I think. And that did 6.2 if memory serves. Dead straight. But been parked up for quite some time. Non-runner. It's got a fuel issue. We're not getting fuel from the front to the back. That's what's going on. 2003 was the last tax disc, look. If you dribble a bit of fuel in, it will fire. So we did manage to have it running just for a few seconds. So it will run if you get some fuel through there, but there is a fuel fault. So yeah, 6.2 I think it was, which again, a real rare car that. In estate cars are normally well knocked about. And that one's been cherished, and it's clearly been kept undercover and things. Nice car that. So that's that. Citroen over there, again we touched on that briefly earlier. Again, that was good value. 7.2 was it, Tom?
7.1.
7.1, sorry. 7.1, which again, should have done more money. Should have done more. But as we spoke about earlier on, the market for these is a funny one. It really is. You know, it would have done better if it was in that condition, and if it had been an Austin or a Morris, you know, a little bit more mainstream, shall we say. Citroen of this era, ooh, yeah, even though it's lovely and reputably to be the first estate car. The back opens up, look at that. So again, Morris, Austin, all the rest of it, we didn't have this concept till a lot later on. So very special car that, very special. So nip over to unit 2 over there, look. There's some more bits over there. The little Peugeot was a good buy. Did about £2,800, 28 I think, which is 4,900 and something miles from new, that car. Put your head in there, it smells like a new car. I hope he's left the window off. Windows down. Oh no. Stick your head in there, Tom. It smells like a new car. Brilliant. Smells like a new car. I will do that window off in a minute. And so yeah, less than £3,000 for a 5,000 mile car. Bam, innit?
Yeah.
That was good value. 2.6,
Yeah.
was it 2.6? Yeah. Now that, and if it was diesel, it would have probably doubled that, but anyway, lovely little car that. And the Orion?
7,200.
Did it?
Yeah.
That actually romped on and did really well, didn't it?
Yeah.
That
nice,
did do well. Yeah. It wasn't that long ago, and Orions, you didn't really want Orions, you wanted Escorts, you know, not Orions, didn't want a saloon, did you? But anyway, there you go. It just shows, doesn't it, as time goes on, they then become something a little more desirable, a bit more special, don't they? Yeah. And Sierra or Granada, that's a good car, that. I like that. Want some standard springs back on it, look. It's got a lowering kit on it, which spoils it. Go on then, hit me with the figures. I know there was lots of interest. There was lots of interest in this car.
12,250.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was guided at?
12.5 to 15.
Right, yeah.
Enough.
I have a distant memory of sat in the passenger seat of an estate car up, I don't know, Newcastle area, up that way, Tyneside, up there somewhere. Being a little kid like me, and Dad were up there doing something or other, I don't know, looking at something. And it's funny, isn't it, how you can just remember just certain cars, certain things. And this estate, Granada estate, and I look in there and it just takes me back. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I think it was the same colour. So again, that did well, and that's a good buy. It's a good buy, that. We better have a nip up to P3, haven't we? Up to mix. Let's have a little wander. Right then, guys, we've arrived at P3. Just before we wander over and have a look here, I just want to say thank you for all of you guys that have subscribed. We are very, very close to 100,000. So if you haven't, just dab the button for us. We're all but there. Let's have a look. Right then, we move on to BMW Z3. There you go, look. Sold, leaving me on Thursday, and it sold for, Tom?
11.6.
I knew it had done strong money. Yeah. But a special car.
6,500 miles.
There you go, and it just goes to show quality shines through. Simple as that. So 6,500 miles and it did all that money, yeah, brilliant. But a very, very sensible buy. You imagine what they are new. You imagine thinking about buying a new car. What's the point? Look, lovely, innit? Brilliant. So I think that was a really good buy. That BMW was also a really good buy. That did strong money, but again, beautiful car. The little Honda, that caused some interest, that did. And again, wants a bit of paintwork, bits and pieces, but you can't find them, can you? And that achieved?
That is 6,300.
Did it, by Jove, yeah?
It was 6.5 to 7.5.
Want some detailing in there, look. It's filthy dirty and really scruffy. Bits just want cleaning, painting, touching up, just little bits and pieces. But again, a sensible purchase. So that's good. It's not labelled up yet. So again, you can't find early Hondas. That car there, if you service that up and oil up underneath, keep the corrosion at bay, would see you out. It would see you out. You could not wear that out. Mechanically, you will not wear that car out. Brilliant, absolutely brill. And then on the flip side, there's a Marina back here that you did wear out, but it caused a fair bit of pre-sale interest, and it sold quite well, I thought. You're going to remind me of the figures because I can't remember the figures. 6.2 was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of which it's not a stunning car by any means, but it's bright, and it is a TC, and it is a coupe. And yeah, and it makes a great difference from an Escort, doesn't it? Let's be fair. Loads of Escorts everywhere, aren't they? We get loads of them. And yeah, she's just different. So 6.2, again, you know, if it was an Escort there, then you'd have been double that, wouldn't you? And a bit, I would have thought. Makes it good value, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Brilliant. So something a little bit different. MGBs are great. You know, they're our sort of bread and butter, if you like, aren't they? Yeah, just something a little bit different, 4-seater as well, take the kids out, whatever it might be. Brilliant, superb. So that'll be leaving us a bit later in the week. So there's just a small handful of bits and pieces that caught my eye during the 3 days worth of auction. Obviously we can't remember everything. There's just a few bits that just trigger memories, I suppose. And so hopefully you enjoyed my little insight. We'll see you next time. Over and out.